split decision and still.
All right. Thank you for joining us on the podcast today. We have with us Viktor the Impaler Lyall. He makes his pro debut this weekend at XFC 60 against Jordan Gamble. That's October 22nd if you want to tune in. Viktor, we've spoken to you a couple of months ago now. How are you, brother? How you been?
Yeah, awesome. Just been training pretty much nonstop, I think. Not much interesting tales to tell you, but yeah. How are you guys?
Good, man. Yeah, no, I'm awesome. Tristan, I didn't even ask you today. How are you today, mate?
I got
So rude, Chris. So rude, man. I'm great, guys. Thanks for asking.
So how's camp been going, mate? You've been here, there, and everywhere?
Yeah. So I started off in Thailand. I think I talked to you guys before that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started off in Thailand where I was primarily training for a boxing fight, but I was doing a lot of MMA there as well. And then the boxing fight got cancelled. So yeah, I went straight into this MMA camp and I've been finishing up here in Brisbane.
Yeah, cool. What was it go with the boxing fight? What fell through there? Because I remember you talking about that when we were talking to you.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Apparently the guy was on probation and he got locked up straight before we were supposed to fight, which is no judgment, no hating on him, whatever. I don't know. I know the story. But yeah, so that that fell through. So yeah, no fight.
Fair enough. Is that you keen to get back? Like, are you keen to still get in the boxing ring and do something there as well?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to see how this fight goes, how I feel and stuff. But I would like to. I've always wanted to have a boxing fight. It's just it's just constantly difficult to plan and organize. And I also am interested in having a few kickboxing fights as well. So yeah, it's just getting the time though, because you commit to one thing and it does affect your other thing, I guess. So yeah, that's it.
Good to hear, man. Move on to this fight real quickly. 2 minutes pro debut to begin with. Yeah, let's start there. Pro debut. What's the jump from the 3 minute rounds to the 5 minute rounds like in your head? Obviously, going ahead of the fight. I'm assuming you've done 5 minute rounds in the gym for a little while now. Much different.
So in my last few camps, well, I've always done 5 minute rounds as part of my camp. But this fight, I did them like pretty much nonstop. I've only been doing 5 minute rounds and more 6 minute rounds and stuff. And actually, it was surprisingly easy. I'm not really quite sure why. They just felt easier this fight. They went quicker. It just felt like a natural thing for me to be fighting for 5 minutes this camp. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why, but that's just how I feel about it. Yeah.
Good to hear, man. And look, coming into this fight, you're fighting against Jordan Gamble, who I believe is also his pro debut. And just out of curiosity, man, what's your thoughts on him as an opponent?
It's hard to say because he seems to have been relatively inactive. Like he hasn't fought since 2019. So I can judge his previous performances. Well, I have to. And if I do that, I don't know. I think I've kind of got it on him technically, but he's obviously had all this time to work, and I'm not the complacent type. So it's hard for me to really think too much about it or worry too much about it. Worry about what he's improved on, what he's going to do now, all this stuff. So ultimately, for me, it's just one of those fights where it's like train hard, roll the die, get in there, and throw down. And I presume it's probably similar to him as well because he's been out of the game or he's been out of the fight so long. So I think I'm not going to be surprised because I think he's going to come in skilled and I think he's going to come in ready. But yeah, just what it is.
In that similar vein, does it matter to you who you fight then when you're offered an opponent? Does it matter to you who you fight, or is that something you're not really stressed on?
It matters. It definitely matters to me who I fight. But you can only think so much or worry so much about it. You can only make so much and not make so much. Ultimately, you have to get in there and fight. And ultimately, it kind of matters with the trajectory of your career, but it also doesn't matter anyway because you go into the same place. So I think it's a good matchup. I think it's a good matchup for both of us. I think it will be a good fight. I think there's a few unknown variables there that will come out on the night, which will make it interesting for the fans as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good fight, man. And given your fight style anyway. So what's your kind of strategy coming into it, man? Do you have a kind of going to play it on the feet or you want to take him down or anything like that?
I don't want to say too much about what my strategy is.
Yeah.
I have, I have a few things I've been working on, a few tricks I've been working on. I definitely want to get him out of there. That's all I can really talk about in regards to that. He's been got out of there in his last fight too. So,
what about his strategy then? How do you expect him coming into this fight?
it's always funny when people ask me that because I'm always quite astounded by how people choose to fight me. I'm not going to say what they should do or shouldn't do, but you look at me and most of my opponents in there decide to come at me. Every fight they go, fuck this guy, and they come at me. I don't know if they think they're going to gas me or they think they're going to pressure me or whatever it is, but it's a weird game plan to have against someone like me because I'll stand there and bang someone's fucking head off. So I don't know. I think he might. I have a feeling he'll come at me hard. He's probably going to want to take me down. I'm going to take him down. I haven't thought too much about it really. I think he's going to try and put it on me. That's what they always try to do to me in there anyway. So yeah.
To be fair, man, you do seem like a pretty hard guy to take down. Not gonna lie.
That's it.
But yeah, man, I saw in one of your previous interviews somewhat recently as well that you said like sometimes when you get fight contracts signed, you get a little bit iffy in terms of like the actual fight part happening. But for this one, you're kind of 100% keen. And I was just wondering why that is, man. Is it because you haven't been in there for a while, or?
Yeah, I think I'm just due for a fight, and there's not much else we're doing in life, really. I know one day I'm going to look back on these times and be happy I did it. So, yeah, it's just something I've got to get done. It's just like it's interesting because it's like a job now, and I can have that mentality where I'm, put the emotions aside and I'm just going in there to get work done. So that's probably part of it as well.
Just touching on the job thing there, I don't know if we talked to you last time about your job. Do you work outside of fighting?
Yeah, so I PT a lot of people at the moment, and I've been importing some JDM cards, so I got some savings from that. I used my life savings to do that basically, and I've imported a few and resold them, and yeah, invested in some crypto, as cringy as that is, but yeah.
What's been your favorite thing that you bought in?
I don't want to talk about that. It gets to people start asking you about it. I was in the game since early 2017. But yeah, it's not really something I like talking about too much because then people start harassing me about it or it's too dork bro for me. So
fair enough, man. Fair enough. We'll move on to your time in Thailand then recently. First of all, whereabouts were you? Were you sort of all over the place in Geelong?
Yeah, so I was staying in Geelong and I was basically training with as many people as I could over that period of time. Yeah.
Very nice.
Not just in Geelong too. I went out to Bang Tao and a few other places too. But yeah, that's where I was staying in.
What did you think of the facility at Bang Tao there? I've seen it in photos and videos. It looks like they've done a pretty bang up job.
Yeah, it's a sick facility. I remember riding in there on my motorbike, and I was like, well, like this is the place I wish there was a place like that here. It's outdoor, which I'm a big fan of. It's clean. It's got a really good lifting area. It's got a good MMA area. It's a sick gym. It's 100% a sick gym.
Did you spend much time at the beach while you were there?
Man, as much as I could. It's weird to me. Like a lot of people tell me they hate the beach, and I love that place. I'm obsessed with the beach, and the perfect day for me is like wake up early, go train, go roll, go on beach water, sit in the sun all day, go do the same thing in the evening, go on the beach again. That's the perfect day for me. And Phuket, it's kind of similar to Australia in a way, but with less rules. So yeah, it's a good place. It's an easy place to do stuff in, easy place to hang out, easy place to get stuff done. So yeah.
Obviously, like you're going over there to travel and stuff, but did you get to experience much of the culture or the food and stuff while you're over there?
Yeah, heaps. Every night after I finished training, I was on my motorbike just freaking exploring, like flying around. A lot of people aren't. They're like a lot of the guys, they just want to sleep or whatever. They're like, "What are you doing?" But man, I needed to get out. So yeah, I was just cruising around, talking to people, eating at restaurants, sightseeing. I was doing everything I could every day I was there, basically on my motorbike. I was really tired, but I just loved it, man. I had my earphones in. I got caught in some torrential rain, actually, because it just rains there, like that. And it was like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and it just completely stormed over me for about 10, 15 minutes. And then my phone got soaking wet and my map stopped working. My music stopped playing. My shoes were full of water. It was one of those like, oh, I could die. I wouldn't die, but you know. And then I went into oncoming traffic because I took this turn. I took this turn. I hope my mom's not watching this. I took this turn on Google Maps, and it was like one of those things where it's like to get back to where you started, it's like a 20-minute trek. And I was like, I'm not doing that, especially in this rain. I need to get out of it. So I went into oncoming traffic footpath. Heaps of people do it there. And then spun out, dropped the bike, smashed the bike. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Couldn't get it started. And then I managed to pick it up. And then it wasn't too damaged. I just paid for the damage and I ended up getting home. But I was like, dude, that's such a thing that would happen on holidays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just everything bad happened, and it was cool. But yeah, no, it didn't affect me. Got back on it, and I did the same thing the next day. Back out there training and traveling. So yeah, it was sick.
What's traveling without experiences like that, man? That's what you got to come back with those stories, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, do you have your tooth back in your mouth yet?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I got a gold one. Can't see it too well.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I got a gold tooth now.
I quickly saw a glimpse of that in an interview with you. I didn't get the whole story though. What was the go with that there?
As in, how did it come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got something that's called an occlusion where I'm just genetically missing that tooth. And I'm also missing my wisdom teeth, actually. So I had braces, I got all that stuff done, but I had to get a fake tooth. And it always comes out in fights. And in Thailand, I swear to God, man, they're like, every time, like, okay, you spar the big guys, and I'm sparring like heavyweights every single time because I look big, but I'm not really. I'm only like 85 kilo or whatever. And so I'm banging on with these massive dudes every time. We're getting the punch-ons. And yeah, this one dude, we weren't going at it that much, but he head kicked me, but it didn't really hit me, but I think the edge of his foot hit my mouth and cut my mouth open and hit literally just the tooth and spat it out. So yeah, I was in Thailand on a motorbike with no helmet on, driving to some clinic, like covering my mouth with a bandage, like piss and blood everywhere. And I got stitched up. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Oh, mate. What, yeah, nah, just add it to the list of stories, eh? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty funny, man.
Oh man, so
you feel so demoralized too. Like like you're in there I was in like a plastic surgery clinic, I think, and you're all beaten up and your like feet are busted up from kicking and checking, your tooth's missing and you're covered in blood and you look dirty and there's other foreigners there looking at you like, you're like, what is this animal doing here? And you're like, why do I do this shit? I'm fucking, but then, 2 hours later, you're like, oh, all good, and then do it again. So, yeah.
Very nice. The cut's all healed up nicely. There was no dramas with that above the eye there.
Oh, this one, yeah, that's all good too. Pretty annoying. I never really get cut, and then I got cut twice in this camp. But yeah, they both healed up pretty good, so it's all good.
Very nice. And sort of last one on Thailand from me, you got into a brawl with the banana tree.
Yeah, man. I was just hanging out and this dude came up to me and said he needs some land cleared. And he was looking for like muscly looking dudes to help him out. So he drove me up into the mountains and kicked me out. And he told me, kick that fucking tree down. So I had a crack at it. I did a few moderate sized ones and then I got a big healthy one to finish the job. And yeah, he paid me with a loaf of bread and some orange juice. So it's all good. Yeah.
That's madness, man. Bro, moving on to like just in general, man. I just was curious about, you've always fought mostly with XFC, I think. Oh, you had some other kind of fights as well, but kind of, I guess any reason you stayed with XFC for your pro debut and yeah.
I just I feel comfortable in Brisbane. Like it's kind of it's just chill. It's a comfortable fight show to fight at. But ultimately we had a chat and they just basically gave me what I wanted, what I asked for. in terms of promotion and pay and all that kind of stuff. And I was, I'm happy to work with them. I've worked with them in the past, and yeah, for that reason, I contracted them with this fight. So yeah.
Very nice. And sort of, I know you're probably not looking past Jordan here, but what have you got in store next? What are you planning next?
Yeah, man, I have no idea. Like, I've never been one to really think too far in the future of my next fight. If I finish this guy quickly, I would like to fight again this year, if possible. I would like to do a quick turnaround. I've always wanted to do a quick turnaround, but I never get them.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, if it's a hard fight, yeah, just chill out, train more. I want to go back to Thailand soon as well, so that's always on the cards. So yeah.
Yeah, you were talking last time we spoke to you. I think you were talking about an opportunity in Asia that you were pretty keen on. Is that still something that's in the works?
Yeah. So I'm gonna sort out this fight, and yeah, it's weird as a fighter because I guess your brand, your value as a product is kind of defined by your performance or your most recent performance. So yeah, I just got to get out there and do my best for this one and see what happens.
Yeah, fair, man, fair. Final one from me. One of the ladies that you train with up at Ignite over the weekend had an absolute belter of a fight on Beatdown.
Oh yeah.
Did you get a chance to see that one?
Yeah. That's knowing her, that's definitely the kind of fight that she's in the game for. She's one of those chicks that does not seem to have any real nerves or worries about the fight. She just wants to get in there and have a sick time, have a sick fight, and that's exactly what she did. It was a good one. I was proud of her. Yeah, that was a good, sick fight. Yeah.
It was really good. Just for anyone that I didn't quite say her name there, Elle Sorensen against Jane Van Dunen. I cannot pronounce her last name for the life of me, but anyone who hasn't seen that, go out there and give that a watch because you won't be disappointed.
That was a sick fight.
Very sick. Tristan, anything else from you before we let Viktor go this afternoon?
No, nothing else, man. Just looking forward to watching your fight, brother, and we'll be there at XFC at Mansfield, so we'll be hopefully interviewing you after the fight, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
No dramas, Viktor. We'll see you on Saturday night, man. Cheers.
Thanks, fellas. Bye.